Since the dawn of modern advertising, it was believed that a buyer's journey could be broken down into three simple stages. The first was the stimulus, and this was the first time that a buyer has heard of your product or service. So this could be through an ad, this could be through a flyer, this could be through a billboard, a social media post, etc., etc. The next is going to be the first moment of truth, and this is when the buyer has entered into your store, they have landed on your sales page, they've booked and attended a sales call with your sales team. They are in the process or have bought your product or service. And then the last stage is called the second moment of truth. And this is when they are actually experiencing your product or service, right? This is when does all your marketing and ads and sales, does that actually live up to the hype that you did in the marketing? That will determine the entire buyer journey. Now you'll notice that I've labeled this the old way. And that's because a few years ago, Google came out with a study known as the 7-11 Fool Rule, in which they analyzed billions of data points. And what they realized was there's actually a new stage for a new way that people are buying today, right? It's not what it was 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. Things are much more complex now, and there's more competition and there's more saturation. And so what they realize is there's something called the zero moment of truth, or ZMOT is the abbreviation. So you still have the stimulus, which is the ad or the billboard or whatever else it is, but then you have a zero moment of truth. And this is before they have even begun the buying process, before they've even booked a call to speak with your sales team, right? Before they've even made the checkout page, where they are doing the research to determine, are they going to work with you or not? And ironically enough, this is the area that I see people missing out the most, but it is the most important, and it takes the largest amount of time in the buyer's journey. And if you're watching this right now and you're struggling to scale your business, it's probably because you're still focusing on the old way, and you're focusing all your time, energy, and effort on focusing on the stimulus, maybe your sales page and your sales calls, sales team setters, et cetera, or the product experience as well, which those are all important things that you can focus on. But what most people are missing out on is this zero moment of truth, where people are doing heavy research into you, your brand, your company, and deciding, do they even want to book a call to speak with you in the first place? Now, when they were going through the zero moment of truth, they actually broke it down into three main areas that people would be spending their time in this zero moment of truth. And this became known as the 7-11 Fool Rule. And many of you may have heard it already. And essentially what the 7-11 Fool Rule states is that on average, it takes about 7 hours of content across 11 touch points in 4 different locations to turn a stranger into a buyer. So that's what people are doing in that zero moment of truth. They're spending time consuming your content across different web properties and different pieces of content to determine, should they book a call to speak with you? Should they buy your product or your service? Okay. And so I'm actually walk through a few examples of how we've tackled this zero moment of truth in our business. And this has really helped us increase our return on ad spend, increase our profitability, increase our show up rates, increase our close rates, increase the velocity of sales inside of our business, the quality of the calls, et cetera, et cetera. Now, before I dive into specific examples, if you've never been in my channel before or never watched one of my videos, my name is Ravi. I'm the founder of Scaling with Systems. I'm quite literally the systems guy. I've built and scaled thousands of businesses with my clients, helping them create marketing systems, sales systems, operation systems, client success systems, and we work with some of the largest names in the industry. I've generated over $25 million in sales, totally bootstrapped, in my own business in the last few years. So this stuff works. And I'm going to break down how we've implemented this in our business. So first, we have my Instagram on the left-hand side here, right? So on my Instagram, we put out anywhere from 1 to 3 reels every single day. And these are really in-depth educational reels where I'm providing value and showcasing my expertise and hopefully showing people that I could help them scale their business. And this counts as part of that 7-11 Fool Rule. So they could watch a lot of reels in a row to get towards that 7 hours of content. The 11 different touch points could be 1 reel here, 2 reels here, 3 reels here. And the 4 different locations could be that they saw me on an ad, that's one location. They looked me up on Instagram, that's a second location. And then maybe they went to YouTube and they saw me on YouTube. That'd be a third location out of the 4 that we're talking about. And my YouTube channel is another example of how we're doing the 7-11 Fool Rule. So obviously multiple different pieces of content on here. We're putting out 2 to 3 videos a week, long form content. I've been doing that for years now. We have over 1,000 published videos on my channel. And these aren't like short form videos. These are 30-minute videos, 45-minute videos of me going in depth on business scaling strategies. Another example of the 7-11 full rule for us would be our video sales letter. So this is critical. This is also what we help with our clients as well. If you don't know what a video sales letter is, it's essentially the thing that takes somebody who maybe has seen a few Instagram videos and watched a few YouTube videos, and they're like, okay, I think I know what this guy does. I like what he does, and I kind of want him to help me, but what does that look like and how does it work? Well, that's what we're condensing down to a 10 to 20 minute video where you're educating them, but you're also making calls to action. You're convincing them to book a call to speak with you and showing them social proof, et cetera, et cetera. And another great example would be reviews. So, we have over 1,000 published client wins and case studies on our website. And then we have third-party websites like Trustpilot where people can leave unbiased reviews on their experience of working with us as well. And so that's a different location. So maybe they could come to my website and they could consume that content there, but then I would be hogging all of the locations, right? And in reality, people want other locations. So that's why third-party websites like Trustpilot, Google Reviews, those work out well also. To keep on going here, you also have lives, right? So for me, I do lives once a week on my Instagram, every single Thursday at 4 p.m. EST. And so that's a way that I can kind of engage with my audience. We're running Facebook/Meta ads. So we have direct offer ads. We have top of funnel ads to our membership site as well. And then we also have, we call it the new subscriber sequence. So this is whenever somebody opts into one of our lead magnets, our VSLs, our newsletter, whatever else it is, they get a 5-day email sequence where I kind of educate people on who I am, how I help people, what our methodology is around scaling, the theory of constraints, et cetera, et cetera. And all the while, they're getting multiple emails over multiple days. So these are multiple touch points. They're consuming it. That's 7 hours of content. So a typical journey could be something along the lines, if I show you this really quickly, a typical journey could be they see an ad, right? Then they go, oh, who's this Ravi Abuvala? So then they Google it. And then once they go to Google, then they see at the very top of Google maybe is my YouTube. They watch 3 to 4 YouTube videos. Attached to my YouTube is going to be my Instagram. They look at my Instagrams and maybe a few reels, and maybe they see that I'm going live today. So then they go and see my live video that I'm going on. And maybe I'll make a call to action on my live video where they go to the video sales letter. And then from the video sales letter, they book a call and speak with our sales team. But we have a sales messaging sequence that goes out before the sales call where we can kind of get to know them a little bit better. Then they have the sales call itself, right? And then hopefully they actually become a client after that. So I'll just put $sign here. So it's like this is 1 touch point, 2 touch points, 3 touch points, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different touch points, right? So, and we said we needed 11 touch points, different locations. I'll do a different color to make it easy for you. Let's do black. 1 location, 2 location on Google, 3 on YouTube, 4 on Instagram, 5 on my own website, 6 through email, 7 on a sales call itself, right? And then we'll do 1 more time, and which is the hours of content, which my YouTube has hours and hours of content, Instagram, hours and hours of content, live, video sales letter, the sales call itself is an hour-long call, right? So that's how you get that 7-11 4 rule in, and that's how you attack this 0 moment of truth. I can tell you, if you're looking at this right now and you're thinking, oh, Ravi, this is a lot of work, I don't know if I can do this, don't believe me, believe Google. Your prospects are doing this whether you like it or not. Whether you decide to attack this or not, they're doing this. The problem, what I'm seeing with a lot of people that come to us when they first start working with us, is that if I were just to erase all of this, a lot of our clients are running ads when they first come to us, right? So the problem is that they're running ads and then the prospect is Googling the person's name or they're looking them up online, right? And the problem is the business owner, the brand, has nothing else online. It's a ghost town. So then what happens is other people steal that traffic. So competitors, right? They come in here or upset people. I don't know, people that are like, calling you out names or scams anytime you build a bigger brand online. People get upset. So all of these things are going to start hogging up their Google search results. So you saying, oh, I'm not gonna focus my time, energy, and effort here, that way I don't have to worry about it, doesn't matter, because this is what your prospects are doing. It reminds me of whenever I talk to people and they go, oh, I don't want to build a personal brand. I don't really care about my personal brand. And I always say, well, guess what? You already have a personal brand. It's just whether you're going to invest time into it or not. So people already think of you a certain way. Whenever somebody says your name, they think, oh, that's the guy that does this. That's the girl that does this. This is what I think about them. So when you say, oh, I'm not going to do it, it doesn't matter. That doesn't change how other people view. So you might as well invest some time, energy, and effort into actually changing the way people perceive you, especially if you're you're running heavy ads. Okay, so you don't have to do, I know I showed you a bunch of different stuff inside of here. You don't have to do all of these things. Okay, I promise you, you don't have to do all of it. It is pretty methodical if you actually want to figure out how to do it, which is why I'll give a shameless plug. If you want to go down below, there's a button to apply and speak with our team, and you can watch our video sales letter where I go way more in depth on the different areas that you can kind of set up this zero moment of truth, how to systemize it, and how we essentially do it at a large scale for all of our clients without them being overwhelmed and having to become content creators and film like 18 hours of content every single day. So you could really bite size it down to maybe 1 to 2 hours a week of content creation and distribution. Very simple. I don't have a 30-person media team. It's just me in my office by myself. And I kind of walk you through that entire system inside of our video training. So if you want to, you can go check out below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.